Hi there, welcome to Astrology. This is Vinay. My YouTube channel is actually dedicated to videos on traditional astrology, numerology, Vastu, and law of attraction. But however, for the past few years, I've been also trying to predict cricket match outcomes and also predict players who can perform well on any particular given match day. And these predictions are purely based on numerology concepts and methods. I look at the number vibrations for each players depending on their jersey number, their birth dates, and also the date on which the match is played. And I've been observing these predictions and its accuracy very closely for the last few years. And every year I'm trying to improvise it by adding the missing elements, but still these predictions don't work well on all the days, so you have to hear me out for 5 minutes to understand this, right? So these predictions may not work 100% every day because there are so many other factors also which influence a player's performance. So having said that, these predictions work miraculously at least 7 out of 10 match days. So please keep this in mind before you draw any conclusion on these prediction methods. And also you have to note that the list that I give of players every day, they will have the highest yog from a numerology point of view to perform better on that particular match day. The numbers which are supporting them will have very high favorable positive vibrations, which means they have the yog to perform well on that particular day. Okay, so another interesting observation is, please listen to this very carefully. So as I said before, 7 out of 10 match days my star players predictions is very good, which means the top run scorer and or the top wicket taker must come from my list of players prediction, because they have the yog to perform well on that particular day. But now listen to me carefully. If by any chance, if I have not predicted a particular player and let's say he scores the highest runs, on that particular day, then this is going against the numerology rule, which means in such scenarios I have seen that the opposite team winning. I hope you are with me. Interesting, isn't it? If I have not predicted a player and if he scores the highest runs, then his team loses or the opposite team wins. So this happens at least 95% of the times. Interesting, isn't it? Just observe this for yourself. Okay, lastly, as I said before, I have been researching over years and improvising this method every year to get as close as I can, which means a lot of efforts go into this. I appreciate if you continue to encourage me on this journey by liking the video, by posting healthy comments, and finally please ensure that you subscribe to my channel for more informative videos on astrology, numerology, Vastu, and law of attraction. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, so before going to today's predictions, let's look at what happens to the players' predictions yesterday. Match between DC and RR, and what a match it was. The first match in this season's IPL, which went to the super over. And as you can see, these were the list of players who had the yog to perform well yesterday. 6 out of 9 people who were predicted did well. However, I had not given Abhishek Porel's name, who scored 49 runs. So I'll come to this later. So prediction score is 67%, and player of the match was Mitchell Stark. So 95% of the times the player of the match comes from the predicted list, right? So moving to RR, these were the 8 players who had the yog to perform well yesterday. 5 out of them performed well, so 63% is the score. And Nitish Rana's name was not given, he scored 51 runs. Now if you look at it closely, here there is one player whose name was not given, he performed well. And here there is one player whose name was not given, he performed well, right? So what happened? It got nullified. If in RR, if Nitish Rana had not scored well, then as per our numerology rule, RR would have got a chance to win. Or if Nitish Rana had scored well here, who is not given, and Abhishek Porel had not performed well, then RR had a chance to win as per our numerology rule, which is if a person whom I have predicted as a better player does well, then the opposite team stands a chance to win. It didn't happen because in both places there were one player each and it got nullified. So let's continue to watch what happens, and so please keep watching these videos, liking them, commenting on them, share it with your loved ones who also like cricket, and finally don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And now let's move to today's match predictions. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.